How's everybody tonight? Hope you had a good day today. We're almost to the weekend. Kind of a short week though anyway. My days are all off just because we had the holiday and I don't know, all week I've been thinking it's a different day of the week than it is. But in fact, we are at Thursday night, so we're almost to the weekend of our short work week. All right, so we're going to open three things tonight. It will be an autographed football jersey from Hit Parade. Our second break will be a case of Bowman's Best Baseball. And our third break tonight will be a 16-box master case of Revolution Basketball. So that's what we've got on tap. Of course, before we actually get started breaking, most of you know the drill. We've got a little bit of information to go over. And if I can get myself on the right page that you're on, that might help me. All right, so first up, a note about feedback. Mine is completely automated. I do that so that you don't ever have to wait on me. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. And then, of course, the second thing there is a note to say thank you. I appreciate you bidding and breaking and chatting and spending time with me. So whatever brings you by tonight, I am glad to have you joining me for a while. So we'll see if we can hopefully make it worth your while and pull some awesome stuff tonight. Taking a look at what we'll be breaking in the days ahead, please remember, again, our new early start time, which just started, yesterday? Yeah, maybe yesterday, is 9:30 Eastern. We're going to stick with that for the most part, probably through winter, maybe even on beyond that. We'll see how it works, but just a reminder that instead of 10, we are on a 9:30 schedule these days. So tomorrow night, we will open a half case of TriStar Autograph Mini Football helmets. It's the back half of a case that we started a couple of days ago. And we'll start us a brand new case of Bowman Draft Baseball Jumbo. On Saturday, we're just going to open one thing, and it'll be a 12-box case of Optic Football. Sunday, Onyx Premier Gear Baseball. That is a game-used item. We don't know what it will be. I think from my understanding, it can be anything from a glove, cleats, hat, jersey, bat, so on and so forth. It is listed by player name. It is a player break, not a team break. So you're going to be looking for individual player names on that one. Also on Sunday, we're going to open a case of Leaf Best of Football. That actually came out, I think, was it this week or was it last week? Might have been last Friday. Anyway, I didn't get around to getting it listed on time, so we're going to break it on Sunday for the first time. On Monday, we will open a Hit Parade triple play box. It's got 3 autographed memorabilia items in it, an 8-box case of Playbook Football, which is, I believe, the last of the Playbook, and a 12-box case of Contenders Basketball, which I believe might be the last of my Contenders as well. Tuesday night will be Leaf Best of Football again, and Bowman's Best Baseball once again on Tuesday night, the 8th as well. And I told you guys earlier in the week that there was no Wednesday release. I'm wrong. There is a Wednesday release. It's Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. Comes out on Wednesday, so we'll open that the day it comes out. Okay, here's what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. The football jersey is a free shipping break. Anytime you do a free shipping break with me, I'm going to project it out about a week after the auction ends, although quite often I'm able to get it out sooner, especially when it's just a jersey. But to stick with our pattern, it's projected on the way to you no later than Thursday the 10th, most likely sooner. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Bowman's Best and Revolution. Guys, I've got that projected out at Tuesday. I know that's later than I would normally be, slower than I normally am. Many of you know I was sick for, 5 or 6 days. I'm just really feeling much better today. This first day I really probably felt really good. But anyway, between that and the holiday, I'm just a little off schedule. I'm going to work very hard this weekend to try to get us caught up. And if I can get that out to you sooner than Tuesday, I will. But it should be no later than Tuesday on the way to you with Bowman's Best and Revolution. Now, the last piece of information on this is about consolation cards. Should only apply really to the football jersey. And both the other breaks, every team should pull something, I believe. And if you're in that football jersey break and your team is not the team that is pulled, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year, any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. Normally, I'm going to send it with your next package since it's a free shipping break. If, however, you want it sent sooner, you just drop me a line, let me know, we'll get you taken care of. So first up tonight, 2018 Hit Parade Series 13 Autograph Football Jersey Break number 6. This ended tonight. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Thursday night, the 3rd of January. And of course, we've got team names there on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it on the right. And what else? What else? Is there anything else we need to do? I don't think that's it. I think that's it for that one. Of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before every break. So if you're not in this one, you will get a chance to see your name up in lights here in a little bit when we get to your break. And finally, I know right now that your background just went out of focus. Please don't worry. We're still going to be able to see everything. I just like to set it so that we can see everything up really nice and close. So who is here in chat tonight? Scott's here. Jay Allen is here. And Ezekiel Martin. Hey, Martin. How was your holiday, Martin? I haven't seen you in a while. We haven't seen you since before Christmas, maybe. How you been, Martin? Did you go somewhere for the holidays? Scott, you finally got somebody at Tops to honor the redemption. That's good. Well, it's not exactly that it was a bogus redemption. It was an expired redemption. So, and a couple years expired. So, you know, they're under no obligation to honor those. It's just usually you can talk to them and convince them to do so, but they don't ever guarantee it. But at least you are getting something for that. So I'm glad that somebody was able to help you out there. Looks like we've got a Chargers jersey here with Kellen Winslow. And right offhand, there's our authentication. I was like, where's our authentication? That says something Celebrity Services down there, and that little hologram sticker is your authentication. And there, of course, is your Kellen Winslow autograph. This is definitely a custom jersey. I can tell by the feel of it. And we don't appear to have any paper authentication tonight. It seems as though we only have our sticker. They did not give us any paper authentication at all. But really, guys, that's not an issue, because what's on the item is what counts. I say this to you guys every time we open something. As long as the sticker stays on the item, you're in good shape. If the sticker's ever not on the item, then you would have to pay to have it, good grief, then you'd have to pay to have it re-authenticated. But just minus the paper is really not a big deal. But if when you get this, if it is something you really, really want, you can always reach out to that authentication company there and ask them if they will provide you with some sort of a different authentication. I don't know if they would or not, but again, the important part there, of course, is that it is authenticated on the item itself. So that went out to the Chargers, our jersey winner tonight. I will apologize again, as we're probably going to have a few hacking, coughing incidents before we get through the night. It's better, okay? It's better than it has been over the last week. But yeah, we're still going to have a little hacking up of chunks of the lung here and there, I think. So I will apologize in advance for that. Get our spreadsheet set back up here, and I would say that you guys have seen this already, okay? If you haven't, and you didn't hear me talk about it just a minute ago, please take a second, read what's up there. Let me know if you have any questions. Gives you your anticipated shipping date and info about consolation cards. So we are rolling into an 8-box case of 2018 Bowman's Best Baseball. This is a full case break, and it is break number 6. Of course, everything, again, that we're opening tonight into tonight, Thursday night the 3rd. Team names on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. Bowman's Best has been pretty good to us the last several cases. So, of course, you know I'm a Bowman fan anyway, so I'm always pretty excited to get into the Bowman products. So, hopefully we're going to have some fun here tonight. Martin, you had an expensive Christmas for your sons and your family, so you had to budget. Hey, man, I feel you on that. I understand that. That's the one thing about breaking around the holidays is, you know, Tops and Panini, they dump so much product out. I shouldn't say dump, because a lot of the releases are releases that I really like. I should just say they really released them in a rapid succession from about Black Friday until the end of December. And gosh, there is so much cash tied up, so much cash flow tied up in product always, every November and December. And then you've got Christmas on top of it, you know. Then I've got my sister's birthday falls within there. I've got a couple of friends with December birthdays, and before you know it, I mean, man, it gets expensive. So I understand about that. Martin, you said you got to speak it into fruition. You're typing it and speaking it. I understand, man. I do. Chelsea, you might have missed our rundown there a minute ago. Revolution is going to be after we take care of Bowman's Best here. So I would estimate Bowman's Best is probably about a 45-minute break. I'm going to say give or take 10 minutes. So somewhere in that general vicinity, we should be headed into Revolution. Somewhere in that 45-minute kind of range. We'll be thinking about finishing this up and heading into that. This actually wouldn't be bad at all, except for the fact that there's a tremendous... there's a tremendous amount of packaging, as you see, that we have to get through. This takes the longest part of it here. So as you might notice, as I'm taking it out, we have 2 mini boxes in each of our master boxes. And then each of our mini boxes will have 2 autographs in it. So we're going to have a total of 4 autographs per master box, 32 total autographs in the break. There will be all kinds of inserts and numbered cards and things like that. We'll kind of hit the high points on them when we very first see them go through. After that, I won't necessarily call them out each time unless they're numbered. You know, the numbered stuff we do tend to call out most of the time. And what else? What else is there to know about Bowman's Best? That it's awesome. That's what else you need to know. It's awesome. Aha, Jay Allen, you took my advice on return on investment. Aha, we've got a little ROI going on. So is it in Bowman or in Revolution? You guys know I don't ever remember who has teams and what. Don't take it personally, please. It's just I'm always in such a mad dash to try to get invoices out and the spreadsheet, done and everything done. And honestly, I don't even pay attention to it. I know that's terrible to say, but I don't. I just plug and play, I just cut and paste as fast as my little mouse will go to get us ready every night. So I don't do a good job of retaining who has what team. But we're going to see, Jay Allen, who you've got and see what we can do about that ROI strategy. Although we did hit something for you last night. So we did manage to eke one out of there for your nets. You might have noticed there was a redemption. I have pulled it out of there and it's setting face down. That's where they kind of stay until the end of the break. And then any that we have, we will flip them over, take a look at them all at one time, and then we'll roll over to the Topps website, take a look at that checklist, and figure out what teams they go to using the Topps checklist. Buckeye's here. Hi, Buckeye. You've got the D-backs, the Indians, and the Twins. Oh, I think you should do pretty well with those, I would think. Yeah, I would think so. Martin, you're looking for a Todus Jr. Superfractor. Dang, son. You're giving me a hard one like first night back, man. It was like, you're going to make me work hard trying to conjure that one up. But that's all right. We're going to try. We're going to try to do it. See what we can make happen. First out of the box, we do have the Angels with Jordan Adams. And, of course, most of the stuff in here is going to be hard signed. We might run across a sticker here or there on an insert, but most of it's going to be hard signed. We're going to find loads of refractors. Anytime you see, when you see the light reflecting in that little rainbow of colors, that is a refractor. Early indications We'll find loads of those. That entire insert series refracts. This is Gleyber Torres, Neophyte Sensations, another insert series that the entire series will refract. Basically, about 2/3 of the cards in this set are refractors. Best Performers, another insert set, the entire thing is a refractor. So essentially, yeah, most of what, the vast majority of what you see, probably in one way or another, is going to have that pretty little rainbow of colors. Power Producers, another insert series, entire series refracts. That was Baby Vlad on that particular one. Of course, our other autograph in this box is that Redemption right there. So we had the Jordan Adams out for the Angels and the Redemption sitting there with the other one. Greg's here. Hey, Greg, did I see you a minute ago up there? I don't remember if I saw you to say hey or not. You know what happened? See? Okay, so the cold medicine does still fuddle my brain a little bit, but I'm on less of it than I was before because I think I'm probably not supposed to be, but I stopped taking one of them already. So I'm the person doctors hate. That is numbered to 50. Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins with a nice gold parallel. Like, I'm the one that they tell you, even when you start feeling better, you have to keep taking it. But yet I'm the one that says, I'm feeling better. I'm taking enough stuff. I don't want to take it. So I stop. Yeah, I'm that person. And an atomic refractor comes out for the Oakland A's with Chris Davis. Fortunately, I don't get sick super often, so, you know. This is to 150. It is a blue parallel for the Braves. Soroka was the player. Buckeye, you're saying the Redemption is going to be Kendall for the Dodgers or Siegler for the Yankees. Okay. Oh, wow, Buckeye, you saw in another break the superfractor for Acuna and Ozzie Albies double signature. Wow, man. That's, yeah, quite a hit. If you've got the New York Yankees, this is going to make you happy. Here's your nice little up-and-coming Estevan Florial. Nice hit for the Yankees. Pittsburgh Pirates to 99. We've got some green headed our way with Mr. Travis Swaggerty and the Pirates. A Shohei Power Producers insert. And more gold. I like when we see lots of early gold. It's usually a good sign. This one is the Pirates. It's Kevin Kramer early indications. Of course, being gold means it's numbered to 50. One thing you can rely on with Topps is they are pretty consistent with their numbering. Their colors and their numbers are going to match across all their products, which makes life happy. Unlike Panini, who just kind of randomly throws some stuff out there on numbering, I think. Jay Allen, you've never seen a superfractor in person. They're pretty cool. It's that same pattern that Panini uses, although Panini sometimes recently has done it as numbered to 5, which is stupid. And then most of the other times it's to 1 of 1. In Topps, it's always a 1 of 1. But it's that little kind of circular, almost like it's not really a bullseye type pattern, but we'll hit one at some point when you're on here, because we hit them. Well, you've probably seen us hit some, I guess, in person is what you said, so I'm not really telling you anything you don't already know, am I? I'm just like, well, telling you stuff you already know. Buckeye, you said the people in the room thought that card would sell for $20,000 if it grades 9.5 or 10. Maybe. It's hard. It's hard to say. They're both really strong rookies for the Braves, and especially Acuna, of course. I would have said, I don't know, I might have said 20, somewhere between 15 and 20, depending on how it grades. Ryan Rollison for the Colorado Rockies. But, there's loads of cards that bring a whole lot more money than you really think they're going to, and they just get out there, and all it takes is a couple of people to be interested in it. And the next thing you know, some of these things close for crazy money. And there's Pedro Martinez with an atomic refractor for the Boston Red Sox. I keep wanting to call it cracked ice because we just opened, of course, Panini Contenders last night, and Panini calls that pattern cracked ice. So I'm like all night tonight catching myself from saying cracked ice, but called atomic over here in Topps land. Andrés Giménez for the Mets. Greg, you're booing the Yankees. Don't boo the Yankees, man. You gotta let the Yankees have a little love too, right? Everybody needs a little piece of the pie. I kept trying to stack those over there with the refractors and having to bring them back because they weren't. If you're wondering, that is what I do. I stack the refractors out separately. So if anybody had a question or wanted to go back and look at one of the inserts of the refractors, they're not all mixed in with everything else. So that's why there's two different stacks going there. Ezekiel, you've got the Yankees tonight. Nice, my friend. Very, very, very good. I like that plan. For the Mets, this makes somebody happy. It's on that ugly card, Best Performers, but you know what? It's a Jared Kelenic, and it's an atomic insert, Best Performers, and it's hard signed. You know, sometimes those are stickers, but I feel no sticker there. So that is definitely a hard signed Jared Kelenic atomic refractor for the Mets. So nice little hit there coming out for New York. To 250, Justice Sheffield, New York Yankees. Which I think, wasn't he traded? Was he part of the trade they just completed not too long ago? I think he might have been. And we have Mr. Shane McClanahan for the Tampa Bay Rays. Coming out next. So apparently the White Sox made an offer for Machado, by the way. Yes, Buckeye, I definitely feel much better. Today actually is probably the first day that for the most part I have felt pretty normal, other than some here and there coughing fits, since about Christmas Day. So I have been feeling pretty badly for several days there, and I actually do feel pretty good today. So yes, starting to move on out, thank goodness. This is numbered to 10. I always like seeing red. That low number 10 is great. It is Jordan Groshans for the Toronto Blue Jays. So we've already seen plenty of gold. We've already seen that we have plenty of, well, not plenty of, there's never enough red, but we've already seen some gold a couple times. We've seen some red. I think that means we're probably on track for a pretty good little run through this case. Yeah, Martin, I thought he was, but I wasn't 100% sure. There's not really been all that much activity on the trade front, but of course Machado and Bryce, the two big ones hanging out there, and whatever offer the White Sox made must not have been enough for, definitely wasn't enough for Manny to jump on a plane and be introduced as the newest Chicago White Sox. So I guess we'll see what happens next, but they're still, you know, his camp, Machado, is still saying he would prefer to play for the Yankees. But, I mean, the Yankees just signed Troy Tulowitzki this week. Was it this week or was it last week? Of course, I know. You don't have to tell me. Tulo's production way off after several injuries and bad seasons and whatever. But nonetheless, he does still play shortstop, and they did just sign him really cheap. Like $500,000, I think. Like the veteran minimum or something. So that would seem to be sending a message that they don't necessarily think they're going to end up with Manny Machado, no matter where he wants to go. And I guess now they're saying Bryce Harper is kind of preferring Los Angeles, but as far as I know, I don't think anybody's made him an offer yet. Nationals made him one in season, but, you know, he turned it down, and then they took it off the table. So I think he's kind of sitting waiting, too. The Yankees again, this is Trevor Stephan on that autograph hit. So I don't know, been kind of a quiet little off season so far. Justin Upton, Atomic Angels. And you know, really, we're only, what, maybe 6 weeks out from spring training, something like that. Not far, anyway. I mean, I guess kind of far, but closer than it appears in the mirror. Spring training is closer than it would appear if you looked in your mirror. Josh Breaux, and that is a New York Yankee again. So the Yankees are kind of crushing it tonight. Ezekiel, I think you said that was you, right? So you must be, as my grandmother would say, you must be holding your mouth right, friend, because you are hitting everything in sight. Doing quite well so far with the Yankees. Next up, we have a little Austin Meadows for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I believe, wasn't Austin Meadows traded too? I have a hard time keeping up with some of the trades when they're not actively playing. They kind of slide in and out of my brain. That was an atomic refractor for the Red Sox. This is a nice purple parallel for who else? The Yankees. That is to 250 with your nice rookie this year, Andujar. A little ugly great performers insert. I just don't like that style. The Astros, Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez is a nice hit for Houston. And he's been coming out, I would say, with some regularity. He hasn't really been, I mean, we don't maybe hit him every case, but we hit him fairly often. There's a Shohei Ohtani best performers insert went by us there as well. He was traded to the Rays, and he's in there for both teams. Is he really? I hadn't noticed that. I guess, look at that. How much of this have I opened, and I hadn't noticed that yet? I'm sure that the autographs are always going to be on the Pirates because they would have been signed so much farther back. And then they had time to, you know, after the trade, they went ahead and printed the correct base card with the current team. But they weren't about to dump all those autographed cards. I mean, you know how that goes. They did that with Jimenez, Eloy, when he traded from the Red Sox to the White Sox. And for several products, we would find his base cards as the new team, the White Sox, but we would still find his autographs as the Red Sox and such. Or was it him? It might not have been him. It might not have been Eloy, but one of the players that went from the Red Sox to the White Sox in the last couple of years. Tampa Bay Rays. You have a little Nick Schnell headed your way. Tampa Bay. Early indications. Best performers. There's Austin Meadows as a Tampa Bay Ray. Speaking of the various teams, right on cue. There he was. Numbered to 99 for the Rockies. That is Nolan Arenado. And here we have a hit for my little Cincinnati Reds. Jeter Downs, who has an interesting sort of signature. There's not much there in the way of letters, but it, you know, takes up a lot of space. It's kind of interesting to look at, so I give him a little bit of a pass on it. For the Yankees to 250, that is Stevenson. Loads and loads and loads of Yankees parallels in here tonight. And a Joey Votto refractor. Yay, Joey Votto. Yeah, I don't think so, Buckeye. I mean, I would have to look at the checklist, but I don't remember seeing any Austin Meadows signatures for the Rays. Not to say that they're not there and we just haven't pulled them, but I have seen, we have pulled Austin Meadows as a Pirate in here before. So I know his hard sign stuff in here is the Pirates, and most everything in Bowman's is hard signed. It's rare that we find a sticker in here. It would typically be on an insert if we did. That is numbered to 99. It is the Blue Jays and Riley Adams. Topps and Bowman, of course, being the same company, different branches of the same company, but they tend to do much more hard sign than not in their products. To 150, that is the blue parallel Harrison Bader for the Cardinals. St. Louis kind of getting involved with things. The Brewers, Bryce Terang, best performers, atomic refractor. You said since he has an outfield that can gun down runners. Well, I'm assuming you're talking about our trade acquisitions, right? Our trade with the Dodgers. Talking about Puig, I assume. Connor Scott for the Miami Marlins. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see if they actually keep him or if he just becomes another trade piece and he ends up being traded out as well. Puig, I mean. Doesn't strike me as a guy who would be happy in a small market town like Cincinnati, but of course it doesn't really, he didn't really have a choice, I guess. He's under contract, got traded no matter what, but I think he's a free agent after 2019 anyway, so it's one that if he doesn't give you indication that he might want to stay, then you might be better off just offloading him. Crystal's here. Hey, Crystal. Happy New Year to you too, Crystal. Scott already left, Crystal. He was mad because he didn't hit anything, so he already left. But he would have probably said hi to you if he hadn't gotten mad enough because he didn't hit. He was only in the jersey break, but well, Puig is just kind of an interesting guy. You know, you're saying you don't personally like him. I don't know that I like him or dislike him either way, but he definitely is an interesting sort of guy. Now, this is a nice hit. There's Alec for the Philadelphia Phillies. He doesn't come out as much as you might think that he would, given his draft status. So it is nice to see the Phillies picking that up tonight with Alec. And there's a nice little Juan Soto again. This is the Neophyte Sensations insert. Everything on the Neophyte Sensations, any player that's on there will be a current year rookie. There's not a ton, there's not an overwhelming amount of those that come out, but there's a handful of them certainly to be found in here. Another Jordan Adams autograph for the Angels. Second one tonight, I do believe. And we're still looking for... Hey, you're about to see a Superfractor, Jay Allen. You kind of conjured one up for us, I think, talking about it tonight, wanting to see one. And guess who it's for? My Cincinnati Reds. What? Yeah, my Cincinnati Reds get a Superfractor. That is early indications Jose Siri. So... pretty cool. Always like seeing the Superfractor 1/1s come out, no matter when and where. Of course, the numbering up there in that upper left-hand corner. And there is my handsome Cincinnati Reds 1/1 Superfractor. So, it's like you guys conjured that up, right? You guys kept talking about you wanted to see a Superfractor, and whoop, there it is. For Cincy. So yeah, we need to, you're right, Jay Allen, we do need to spread the hits out a little bit. We have had an overwhelming amount of parallels, especially, come out for the Yankees. We do need to diversify a little bit and see what we can come up with here out of these last few boxes that might be a different team. There's our second redemption. You notice I laid it face down up there in housekeeping, so we've got two that we'll be flipping over now. Here is an atomic Jordan Adams for the Angels. Martin, you said I would hit one for Cincinnati. Like, did you get outbid on Cincinnati or what happened, man? What happened there? That is numbered to 250. It's George Springer for the Astros. It is rare that I do hit for my Cincinnati Reds, so you guys probably know that, especially those of you who break with me a lot. You know it's hard to pull stuff for my Reds. And right as I say that, look, card makes a liar of me as soon as it comes out of my mouth. But typically, you don't pull as much for the Reds. I have much better luck in football. You know, more comes out for my Steelers. But tonight is a Reds kind of night because there's Jose Siri again with an autograph hit with the nice 1-of-1 that went by for him a little bit ago. But that's not the norm. Anyway, it's not the norm for a bunch of Cincinnati Reds stuff to come out. So the poor beleaguered Reds fans, you know, we spend lots of money on lots of breaks and just get bupkis a lot of times. So every once in a while, you know, you got to show us a little love. Let us throw us a bone, so to speak, every once in a while, right? The Twins, the Indians, and the D-backs. That's right. We're still working on the Twins, the Indians, and the Diamondbacks for you, for sure, for sure. Still gonna try and bring that home here in the last. We still got a little bit to go. A couple redemptions left to flip, and then a total of 6 mini boxes, counting the ones that I'm taking out right now. So we've got a bit to go yet. Gotta keep the faith. Keep the faith. Jesse, hi Jesse. Have you got the Reds tonight, Jesse? If you do, you are having quite a nice little break. Of course, anytime you get a superfractor, it's a nice break, in my opinion. Like, I don't even care who it is. It could have Kermit the Frog on it, and if it's a superfractor, you'd get money for it. That's all I'm saying. The Toronto Blue Jays have another Riley Adams. Lots of Riley Adams tonight. The Dodgers, Verdugo, Atomic Refractor. Best performers, Acuna for the Braves, and an Acuna Superfractor right behind it. And we have a Daniel Lynch autograph for the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City, who had a lot of hits in our last case, making an appearance here tonight. Maybe the first hit for them tonight. For the Red Sox, we have a green Rafael Devers /99. And then a Twins refractor for Fernando Romero finished out that little group. You do have the Reds. Excellent. Well, Jesse, you're cleaning up tonight. You got the Jose Siri, and you've got the one of one and the autograph for him, and then a Jeter Downs autograph as well. If we also manage to get a Jonathan India, then, you know, your night would be kind of complete, right? If we can manage to find that. He's a bit more elusive. Tampa Bay Rays, man, they have been cleaning up tonight. This is Matthew Liberatore. Seems like we've had, I don't know, at least maybe 2, 3, 4 hits for the Rays as well. Cody Bellinger, Atomic for the Dodgers. And then we have a nice little Ahmed Rosario Neophyte Sensations for the Mets. Best performers, Royce Lewis, which of course, another one we'd like to find his autograph. That would be pretty sweet. The Dodgers with Ruiz. Crystal, you got the Oakland A's. We need to find for you tonight some Oakland A's. All right, we'll try it. There's a Goldschmidt refractor for the D-backs. Power Producers, Bryce Harper. Best performers, McGuire as a Cardinal. He's actually in there for a couple different teams on various inserts. McGuire is, and somebody else is too. Forget who now, but there's a couple different players that are in here for different teams. Busta Ferrari, it will be right after we finish Bowman's Best. So looking at what we have left on the table here, I would say probably, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, something like that. Maybe 20 by the time we open it, recap it, check our redemptions, you know, somewhere in that neighborhood anyway. I wouldn't wander off too terribly far, but it's not going to be like 5 minutes because we do still have all this to look at, and then the recap and the redemption. So, but we're making reasonably good time tonight. Well, 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 Yankees hit again. This is gold, Trevor Stephen, and Ezekiel is just really doing very well tonight. You're cleaning up, my friend. Shohei Ohtani with a Neophyte Sensations. Just call you Busta. You got it, man. You got it. That's easier for me, too. One thing you will learn about me, if you don't know already, I am absolutely terrible with pronouncing names, even when I've heard them pronounced before. And when you throw them in there and I just have to guess what they are, oh, you never know what I'm going to come up with. So, yes, abbreviations are my friend. That's for sure. Michael Baez for the Padres with an Atomic Early Indications insert. Mariners hit, Josh Stowers for Seattle. And Power Producers. Hey, a little Hunter Green. Man, I can't wait to see what we have with Hunter Green. I hope he's as good as we think he's going to be. If we still have any team left by then. By the time Hunter Green calls up, if, you know, we still actually have players and people who show up for the games and all that stuff. Poor Reds. Although, apparently, our participation from a fan standpoint is much better than that down in Tampa Bay. I guess even the players. Oh, there it is. Dang. Cincinnati Reds. Jesse, you have had the best Reds Bowman break that I have seen in all of 2018 and the early part of 2019. You just don't find Reds breaks this good. You just don't. And that Hunter Green just capped it off. And if we really did, if we found Jonathan India in here too, I mean, you would have to just go play the lottery. You just really don't see breaks this good for the Reds. All in one break, I mean. They don't hit as much. So that's an incredibly good hit. Austin Riley, Atomic for the Braves. Andujar, Neophyte Sensations for the Yankees. And of course, you know, I'll admit it, I have a little extra enthusiasm about it because it's my team. There's not a lot to cheer about with my team other than our farm system. So you got to let me enjoy it when we see some good cards come out for our farm system, you know. It's the only joy we have in the last several years. And this is for the Cubbies. Numbered to 99, the green parallel for Alzolay. But yeah, the Reds tonight, there's a nice Juan Soto Power Producer. The Reds just never have breaks this good. You guys watch this stuff all the time. When's the last time you saw the Reds have a break this good? Yeah, doesn't happen. Okay, so here we go. We are in last box mojo time. So we got to work our mojo here on these last two boxes and see if we can pull out something phenomenal. And then, of course, we do still have our 2 redemptions up here in our little housekeeping area that we'll flip over and see where those take us tonight after we look at the last little bit here. So at this point, we've got 6 autographs left that we know we're going to find, counting the 2 redemptions, of course. Greg says, I didn't bid enough on the reds. Well, I know, but it's hard to bid a lot on the reds because, again, usually you don't have breaks like this. I mean, it is super rare for the reds to be hitting at the clip they hit tonight, at least in my experience. Benrod, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How was your holiday and all such as that? Our jersey tonight was the Chargers. Who was it, guys? Who was on it? It was a Charger. Was it Kellen Winslow? I can't remember, but it's a Charger. Ryan Rollison for the Colorado Rockies. I do remember at least that part, the Chargers part. And there's an early indications Brandon Marsh atomic for the Angels. Buckeye, you said you had the Reds in another break and you got 2 autographs and 2 atomics. Well, that's not too bad either, but, you know, to get the Superfractor and 3 autographs, one of them being Hunter Green and, you know, and all the other stuff in here tonight, it's just an unusually strong break for the Reds. Although, frankly, they should always do well in Bowman because they do have a good farm system. But they're not ever going to do as well in Topps. But should do well in Bowman. Jose Albertos, Chicago Cubs, early indications. But even though they should, I still find most of the time they don't hit at the same level that other teams hit in Bowman. In my experience. Maybe it's just my bad luck, right? When I'm bidding, I'm just bidding on the wrong breaks. That's definitely possible. But it should, like I said, it should definitely get better in that regard because our farm system is pretty good. Oh, you missed on the Chargers tonight? I knew you had a lot of teams in there, so I thought maybe that did go your way, but I wasn't. You know me, I don't always, well, ever remember who specifically has what team exactly. No, I'm sorry we didn't get that for you tonight, man. But I hope you had a good holiday. We haven't seen you in a while, so it's nice to see you again. And we have ourselves a nice little Pache for the Braves. So Atlanta hanging on to the bitter end, but you get yourself a nice hit there out of this last box with Pache. An atomic, I started to say Rhys Hoskins, but it's not. It's an atomic Scott Kingery for the Phillies. An atomic power producers Triston Casas for the Red Sox. A Shohei Ohtani refractor, base refractor. A Logan Gilbert autograph out for the Mariners as our last live autograph in the product. Now, we do still have the 2 redemptions up there, guys, that we're going to be flipping over here shortly. There's a Jimenez Power Producers and another Pedro Martinez. There's a nice little Alec to 150 for the Phillies with a blue parallel. And then a Phillies refractor to line that up. All right, give me 1 second here to get my little sorting table organized so that I can scoot all this down, make a little space, because we're going to be opening some Revolution here in a few minutes. But, of course, we did look at these, right? Yeah, I think we did, but just because I took my eye off of the ball there for a second. Yeah, we have, because I've already taken out everything. But anyway, there they were again before I moved them. Just to make sure, better safe than sorry. We're going to be recapping here in a moment. We'll recap our autographs, our color, and our atomics. But before we do that, we have 2 redemptions to flip over. After we flip them, we'll go to the Topps website and look up and match up and verify our teams for each of these. All right, so redemption number 1, somebody called this. It's Anthony Siegler. That's going to be the Yankees. And redemption number 2, unbelievably, also Anthony Siegler for the Yankees. Wow. Well, that was uneventful, sort of, wasn't it? Both the same guy. Give me 1 second here. We're going to let me get the checklist page opened up and bring you along with here. And we gotta, oops, I don't continue. Let me in there. Silly Tops website. So these are both, say, best of 2018. That's our card set that we're looking for. And of course, they are both Anthony Siegler, so that's going to be pretty easy. Right there he is, New York Yankees, Anthony Siegler. Not 1, but 2 of them. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, kind of. Kind of. So we definitely had certain teams that did very well in this case. Other teams not as well. One of the cases in here where maybe they didn't do as great a job diversifying the hits as they do in some cases. I would say they could have diversified a bit more in this particular case, but as we all know, that happens from time to time in all the products, no matter who makes them. So our atomic refractors, the Red Sox, Phillies, Angels, Braves, Padre, Dodger, Angel, Brewer, Red Sox, Angel, A's, and Red Sox. Those are the atomics out of this break. Our color: Phillies to 150, Red Sox to 99, Astros to 250. Here is our handsome superfractor 1 of 1 for my Cincinnati Reds with Mr. Jose Siri. Very nice hit for Cincy. To 150 for the Cardinals, 250 for the Yankees, 99 for the Rockies, 250 for the Yankees, numbered to 10. We have the little Jordan Groshans for the Blue Jays. To 250 for the Yankees, numbered to 50 for the Pirates. You have Kevin Kramer. To 99, Travis Swaggerty for the Pirates, and then the Braves blue to 150. So that's all the color that doesn't have an autograph attached. Now, our autographs. We've got quite a few of them in here. All right, we have an Anthony Siegler redemption Yankees, another Anthony Siegler redemption for the Yankees. Then we have Mariners, nice Pache for the Braves. The Cubbies, the Rockies, the Cubs again. That is a thing of beauty right there. Mr. Hunter Green for the Cincinnati Reds. You know I love my Reds. Josh Stowers and the Mariners. This is numbered to 50. It is Trevor Stephen, gold parallel for the Yankees. The Dodgers hit with Keibert Ruiz. The Rays, Liberatore. The Royals with Daniel Lynch. The Blue Jays, Riley Adams. Another Cincinnati Red. That one is Jose Siri autograph. For the Angels, it is Jordan Adams. Alec came out for the Phillies. Very nice hit if you've got Philadelphia. Connor Scott for the Marlins. Another Riley Adams. That one's to 99 for the Blue Jays. The Reds hit again with Jeter Downs. Tampa Bay Rays with Nick Schnell. Nice Jordan Alvarez for the Astros. The Pirates pull out an Austin Meadows. The Yankees with Josh Breaux. The Yankees with Trevor Stephen. The Rays with Shane McClanahan. The Mets had a really nice hit in here too with this atomic Jared Kelenic best performers insert. That is hard signed. Even though it's an insert, it is not a sticker auto. Then the Mets also had Andreas Gimenez. There's a second Ryan Rollison for the Rockies. Florial for the Yankees. The Marlins with Sandy Alcantara to 50 in a gold parallel. And then Jordan Adams for the Angels. Got things started tonight with Bowman's Best. All right, so that case of Bowman is in the books, finished up. Going to bring us into Revolution Basketball. And it happens to be a 16-box master case. So that means we're going to have 2 8-box cases that we'll be opening up tonight. And that's how I do them. I take them, I mean, we'll take all 16 out of the master because I got to open the master to get them out. But we'll just do 8 on the table and then open up the other 8 because otherwise you do all 16. It's like, you know, I get claustrophobic. I get all closed in here by boxes. All right, so if you haven't seen this already, here's the 411. Projecting that the jersey should be on the way to you no later than Thursday a week from today. The free shipping stuff's always projected out about a week after the fact, although it often goes sooner. I'm projecting Revolution and Bowman's Best to be on the way to you by Tuesday. I'm aware that's slower than I normally project things out, guys, and I'm going to try to get it out faster, just still playing catch up from having been sick for several days, and it got me a little bit behind, but we're getting things back on track, so hopefully I'll be able to get it out to you sooner than that, but it should be no later than that at any rate. So this is a 16-box master case. Once again, consists of 2 8-box inners of 2018-19 Revolution basketball. This will be break number 5. Your team names are on the left, your winning bidder user IDs across from it on the right-hand side. And of course, like everything else, it ended tonight on eBay Thursday night, the 3rd of January. To get rolling here. Jay Allen, you said you need some awesome luck in basketball. Well, let's do it, brother. Let's get all your hits in basketball. Since we did not find what you needed in Bowman's Best, we gotta work some mojo for you and try to get it out of this. Out of Revolution. I can never get these 2 boxes out of this case. Not easily, anyway. I'm just gonna, this is gonna probably shake the table a minute, so, you know, FYI. Here we go. Now, if you have never opened Revolution basketball before, there's a couple of things you need to know. First off, of course, it comes in 2 8-box cases, make up a master case. And that's, of course, what we're opening up right now. There's not a guarantee in here about finding autographs. But what we have found on average this year, I would say we're finding about every other box. So out of an 8-box inner, we're typically finding 4 autographs. But again, they don't guarantee that, you know, so we could find less, we could find more, but that's pretty much what we've been finding. I think Panini officially says something like you could expect to find, you know, 6 or something, but we've mostly been finding 8. Then, of course, somewhere in our 16-box case, we don't know where, but somewhere in here, we will also find a galactic insert. And the galactic inserts, while they are not numbered, they are case hits. And they usually bring a decent amount of money. And if you were to hit one of the big rookies with it, it would be a whole lot more than a decent amount of money. It would be a lot of money. So we hope always that our galactic is going to be a high-flying player. Although it's worth money no matter what, but... Martin, you're out tonight. All right, man. Well, I am glad that you joined us tonight, Martin. I'm glad to see you, man, and happy holidays and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully you'll be back hanging out with us again regularly now that we got through the holidays. We're also going to find in here some patterns that are numbered and some patterns that are unnumbered. So the unnumbered stuff is Astro, Groove, Fractal, Impact, and of course the case hit Galactic. Our numbered cards are Cosmic, which are to 100, Sunburst, which are numbered to 50, Sunburst is to 75, Cubic is to 50, and Lava is to 10. So the first time we look through these, as we see the various patterns, we'll stop and look at them. After that, you'll just know it when you see it. We won't discuss it every time. So this is what Astro looks like. And once again, Astro is not a numbered pattern. That's just a base pattern. It doesn't have any name. It's literally just the base pattern. Vortex insert we'll find tons of. This is Groove. That pattern is also unnumbered. And what else? This is Fractal, another unnumbered pattern. And we haven't seen Impact yet either, have we? No, not yet, not yet. Liftoff. This is a die cut series. We'll find quite a few die cut liftoffs before it's all said and done. We should run across tonight. That is, of course, Groove once again. Fractal. Astro. And Shockwave, that's another insert series we'll find a lot of, those that are not numbered either. This is Cubic. Cubic is numbered, and it's going to be numbered to 50. So it's one of our lower numbered. The only thing lower than this is Lava, which is to 10. So we start off with a Trae Young Cubic to 50, and it happens to be numbered 50 of 50. So, woohoo! Always like that extra little bit there when you get the first or the last in the series. I have no idea why, but anyway, just gives me an extra little thrill. And Jay Allen, you need Pacers, Pelicans, Pistons, and Jazz. Okay. And Greg, you have 8. Did you say you have 8 teams in here? You typed in 8. Or are you saying 8 boxes? I'm not sure what you're saying. You might be saying 8 boxes. So we'll figure that's what you mean, and then we know Jay Allen is trying hard to find Pacers, Pelicans, Pistons, and Jazz because he didn't have very much luck that he had hoped for with Bowman's Best. So we got to try to work it overtime here. Oh, Greg, you were saying 8 autographs. Okay. Yeah, in general, that's what we've been finding, but it's not, again, guys, a guarantee that that's what we will find. So that's why I always kind of outline that at the beginning of things so that everybody knows what to expect as we go through. Because if you say, oh, you're going to find 8 and then you don't, well, okay, that's not, Fractal. Because Panini didn't promise us 8 anyway. Groove. Astro. This is Rookie Revolution. We'll find a bunch of those inserts too. They are also unnumbered inserts, but they're kind of cool, So that one, of course, was Kevin Knox. This is Impact, for example. You see that on there. It's the one that has, I always think that the Impact pattern looks like the little word bubbles that you see above, like cartoon characters and stuff. Where it would say, bam, pow, smack, stuff like that. That's what I always think the Impact pattern looks like. So our first autograph hit tonight is for the Bulls. It's Lauri Markkanen. Maybe a little imperfection on your edges and corners. Nothing too dramatic, but a little bit there. And Lauri Markkanen getting us started tonight with the Bulls. Yeah, Greg, there's a lot. Revolution is one of the products that, of course, they make more of. Simply because, there's not a ton of autographs in it, so they can make more. It's more readily available. A lot of the stuff that we have trouble getting in quantity is because they just don't have enough autographs to go around. So a product like Revolution, which has fewer autographs, helps you out a little in that regard. Numbered to 50, it's Cubic Aaron Gordon for the Magic. So it just means there's more available to buy. So, of course, more to break as a result as well. But it doesn't mean there's not value in it just because there's not a ton of autographs. I mean, some of these patterned cards do very well. And, of course, again, the Galactic case hit typically does pretty well. So there's value to be found in it outside of the autographs. But that's why there's so much. That's why you see so much more of it, though. It's not in such short supply like many of the products are for basketball. But I've said this before, I don't mind that because it gives us, I feel like, a stronger checklist in general. The hits that you do pull out of here are usually very good ones. and they're typically hard signed, and I think because the checklist is a little more limited, you can also have a better shot at pulling some of the things that are maybe harder to pull out of other products. So I like Revolution. You guys know that, though. So I'd rather have fewer autographs of higher quality than a whole bunch of autographs, but a lot of them that you're like, eh. You know what I mean? It's a Blake Griffin die cut liftoff. That one is a Groove. This is Impact for Marc Gasol. Astro, a Shockwave Steph Curry. And that's a little Rookie Revolution Impact for Trae Young. We have another autograph coming out, this one for the Clippers with Jerome Robinson. So 2 autographs out so far, Bulls and Clippers. And the Clippers went really unusually low tonight, I thought. So you already have a good deal for if you've got the Clippers. Cosmic, that is to 100. Ricky Rubio and the Jazz. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Like, if it hadn't been my own break, like if I had run across that break and it was somebody else's break and I could bid in it, oh, I would have totally bid on the Clippers because I thought they went very reasonably, and you guys know I like Shea, so I would have kind of been jumping in on that if it had been somebody else's break. But of course, you can't bid on your own breaks, but. And that never happens to me. Like when I set out and I want to go bid on something, I never run across one that sells like unusually low. I don't know why, but I don't. Seems like every one I bid in, I end up getting outbid, and it goes like higher than they've ever gone before and stuff. It's like, dang it. I think I get on there and look at the wrong time of day or something. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I do pick stuff up at a good price. It's not every time. I think I'm just usually going for teams that everybody wants. Although this year, you know, Clippers has some desirability, but nothing like Chase and Luka. I realized very quickly I was not going to be able to chase Luka because those prices are outrageous. Very, very, very high. Of course, this stuff sells for enough that it makes up for it when you hit it. You know, that's how it works, hand in hand. Sunburst to 75, Dirk Nowitzki for the Mavericks. You know, if his cards weren't selling high, then the team wouldn't go as high. So it's all part of it, I guess. The ratio of one driving the other, I suppose. A liftoff Blake Griffin. I think we already saw one of those for the Pistons, and you just saw another one. It's an Impact Buddy Hield. And that box is locked and loaded. The other thing I like about Revolution, it doesn't take forever to break it. So that's kind of nice too, that you can bust through a whole master case in a reasonable amount of time. You know, some of this stuff, if you tried to do a master case, you'd be opening, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 cards. Busta, we have had a couple of autographs come out. Clippers and Bulls so far. We're in our first 8-box case right now. Yikes, somebody trying to run off. Somebody was trying to jump off the pile and run away there, weren't they? Rookie Revolution, Kevin Knox, that's Groove. And right on cue, we have a nice little hit here for the Grizzlies with Jaren Jackson Jr. I think, you know, the shine is off of him a little bit right now just because the Grizzlies as a team have been struggling the last few games. But that kid is good. And when the team gets themselves back on track, I think you'll see Jaron's card values rebound a little bit. It's the bad thing about rookies. They're, golly, another Blake Griffin lift-off die cut. But, you know, the rookies are particularly subject to volatility in their pricing based on how they're playing at any given time. So I think it'll level out a little bit once the Grizzlies themselves get sorted out. We have another cubic. This is Gordon Hayward and the Celtics, numbered to 50. But it's still nice to hit Jaren Jackson regardless. He hasn't been coming out a whole lot. Some, but not a tremendous amount. But at any rate, nice hit. Oh, you have the Clippers. Okay, well, Busta, yeah, you definitely have got an autograph headed your way then, my friend. And, of course, we got a ways to go yet still. So, besides what's on the table, there's a whole other 8-box case that we have not even cracked into yet. And we haven't seen the Galactic yet either. Oh, why is that a piece of wrapper stuck to me? That piece of wrapper was hanging on for dear life there. On the good news front, the Sharpie's almost gone. I accidentally marked on myself with a Sharpie, what, 2 nights ago? Was it 2 nights ago or 3? It's been a while. I have not been able to get it out, man. I was like, I washed my hands probably 30 times a day because of handling the cards and, you know, a certain amount you normally wash your hands during the day. And then I got all the extra times every time I'm touching the cards. And I'm like, man, is this Sharpie like ever going to come off my skin? But finally, it's starting to come off there. But dang. Supernova insert. That one is Kyrie Irving. There's a groove. Vortex insert and Impact Vortex for Embiid. And the Sixers, that's groove. And there's Rookie Revolution, Mikal Bridges. And there's a little Tim Hardaway Jr. for the Knicks. How about that? Cosmic to 100. We've actually found more cubic than cosmic so far tonight. And of course, cubic, lower numbered, so much the better. Oh, what trade did they make today, Buckeye? You said the Grizzlies made a trade with the Bulls. I didn't hear about that. I've been crazy busy today, as I mentioned, trying to get us caught up on all the shipping and stuff, and I didn't have time to do diddly. I haven't looked at the news feed, haven't watched television, haven't done anything, so you're gonna have to fill me in. Who got traded? Who went where? Oh, Busta, I'm surprised you had a hard time finding breaks for Revolution. I figured everybody would break it a lot because it's one of the few basketball products that's really readily available. You know, you don't have a hard time buying it or finding it. So I think this is what just our 5th, guys, maybe. I don't know, 4th, 5th master case of it, something like that. Oh, you don't have to look it up, man. I just thought you might know because since you mentioned it, I thought you might have the details on it. I won't put you to work. I won't make you do the hard work, man. I'll check it out after the fact. Shockwave. There's Karl Anthony Towns of Vortex. Oh, Lakers. What the what? Okay, see, this is why I love Revolution. Fewer autographs, but oh, aren't they good? You do have some little corner issues, guys, okay? There's imperfect corners, particularly your upper on both sides on this. But do you really care? Because look who you just hit if you've got the Lakers. That is a hard-signed Kobe Bryant autograph, kids. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Out of Revolution. So for all those people out there who, like, you know, Poo-poo Revolution because they say it doesn't have an autograph per box. That's okay. I happily take one every other box and walk away with a Kobe Bryant hard-signed autograph. Impact, Ben Simmons for the Sixers. I will do that all day long. Sunburst to 75. Kevin Love, Cavaliers. But you know, the Grizzlies probably did need to make some trades, by the way, because didn't they get into like an actual physical fight in their locker room recently when they had a little team meeting? Didn't they come to blows or something? Or am I just dreaming that? Maybe. I don't know. So the Grizzlies get Justin Holiday for 2 players and 2 second-round picks. Huh. Well, that doesn't sound like a very good trade for the Grizzlies. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe, but no, not really. If I'm the Grizzlies, I don't know how much that helped. Did that help, really? Did that help them? I don't know about that, but I guess it depends on who they gave up, but maybe they just needed to get some fresh blood in there. I mean, they have lost, what, like the last, gosh, like a lot. 8 or 9 games or something. They've lost several in a row, so I think they did and do need a little reorganization of some sort there in Memphis, so maybe this trade will do the trick, hopefully. Get them back on track. Wayne Selden and Marshawn Brooks. Oh, well, that's not too bad, I guess. But I could have lived without throwing in the 2 second-round picks as well. Huh. I mean, that seems like kind of a lot to give up. But maybe not. Might have to do with contract money, too. I don't know what any of those guys are making, but it was a Marshawn Brooks impact. That is Fractal. Another Vortex. Cosmic to 100, Justin Jackson and the Magic. Well, that is interesting. Poor Marshawn Brooks. Hasn't he played for like a zillion different teams? I think he has. Rookie Revolution, Wendell Carter Jr. That is Groove. Astro. A little lift-off Greek Freak, Giannis for the Bucks, die cut. And Groove again for the T-Wolves. That is 8-box case number 1. Autographs get a thumbs up. We have not yet seen our case hit. So it should be hanging out here somewhere in 8-box case number 2. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. We'll just cut right across the top of all 4 of those before they even come out of there. Oh, how about that? Only takes me 5 or 6 years to learn a new trick. Oh, goodness. I know. Sad but true. Sad but true. All right. So, we need to keep it going. We need to pull, so we've pulled some nice autograph hits out of the first half. We need a big autograph hit out of the second half. And a big galactic hit as well. Yeah, I agree with you, Busta. I like the autographs we got in the first 8-box case. I mean, the Larry Markkinen definitely very solid. Jaren Jackson Jr. good. You got one of your rookies for the Clippers, and then of course the Kobe is the kind of the little crowning achievement out of the first 8-box. We broke a bunch of, Busta, did you break any last year of the international version, the Chinese New Year version of Revolution. Dante DiVincenzo insert, and we have ourselves a cubic Kemba Walker Vortex, numbered to 50. We opened a bunch of that last year too, when Panini made it available. It was basically, it's just the international version of Revolution, and it didn't have any autographs in it at all, but it had patterns in it that were, the Chinese New Year pattern was specific to that international version, and those sold for a bunch of money, especially right in the beginning. We broke, I don't even know, a bunch of cases of that, 5 or 6 cases of probably of the international last year. It says Anthony Simons Trailblazers. So far they haven't offered it this year though, so I don't know if we'll have an opportunity to get it this year or not. There's a Luka Fractal. Of course, again, the Fractal are not numbered, but always good to have the pattern variations regardless. Rookie Revolution Mikal Bridges, another impact. That one is for the Rockets. And there went Groove. Oh, so you've seen the Chinese. Didn't I just cut these? Like, I know I cut these. Now can I not? I can't find where I cut it. What is my deal? Clearly I'm struggling with the cutting of things tonight for some reason. Buckeye, you're out of here. All right, Buckeye, we'll catch you the next time around then, man. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for filling me in on that trade. I appreciate it. Jason, you said that you've seen Chinese New Year and it has numbered parallels this year. Oh, the plot thickens. Is somebody selling it already and I just haven't seen it? Because I liked breaking that last year. Some popped up on eBay numbered to 88 and numbered to 8. Okay. So nobody's selling like boxes or cases yet, just somebody internationally selling what they hit, I guess. Okay. So, well, I hope they give us an opportunity to buy it again, because I enjoyed it last year and we had some nice stuff that came out of it. And it sold well. I mean, just that parallel, that's the only thing anybody was after. And those parallels really sold well last year. So good to know they've stepped up their game and added some numbered things. There's a Vortex Russell Westbrook. There's a Shockwave Impact John Wall. We have a Dominique Wilkins autograph. There's a little blast from the past for the Hawks. Not too shabby either. Got a little Dominique Wilkins headed your way. Isn't it weird, though, when they sign him way down there? Like, look at all that white space he left, and he signed it way down there. Like, that always bugs me. I always want to say, you know, use the white space effectively. Balances the card more. That is a Groove. Not that it should matter, but it has kind of always been my pet peeve when they do that, when they sign them. Vortex Kristaps. That's another Groove. That is Fractal Reggie Jackson. Another Liftoff. This one, though, finally, somebody different. Donovan Mitchell. Somebody other than Blake Griffin for a change. That is Cubic. Number to 50. John Wall. Wizards. Jason, you said you snagged a Jaylen Brown non-numbered parallel for a couple bucks. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Greg, what are you talking about? I just looked over there and Greg typed in, "You can read, don't ask for more," but I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about I'm back. Oh, I had to travel back in time for a second. You're talking about we can read his autograph, so I shouldn't complain that he didn't use the white space well. I got ya. That took me a minute. See, I'm a little slow. I freely admit it. I'm a little on the slow side. I got you now. You're saying don't ask him to center it. Just be glad we can read it. Okay. All right. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, yeah, and then Jay Allen and Greg both typed in autograph. Yeah, I know. It just takes me a minute. Because, see, there's a delay, right? You may have typed that in right after I said it, but then it doesn't pop up on my side for a little bit. And so by then, I've already moved on. I'm thinking about or talking about something else. So then when I see that randomly pop up, I'm like, wait a minute, what does that mean? Is it a test? Is it a quiz? I don't do well with tests. No, I know what you're saying now. James Harden and a Supernova insert. That is an Impact Shake Milton for the 76ers. And Astro went by. Another Astro. Where's our case hit, man? Come on out, case hit. Impact. We're calling to you, Galactic. Answer our call, please. A Vortex. Another Impact. That's AD. Groove. Shockwave. Ben Simmons. J.R. Smith and the Cavaliers. That is a Cosmic to 100. So we've got to be finding Galactic pretty darn soon. We don't have that much left to go. Yeah, so after we do this one, we'll have 4 left. So 5 boxes left. I don't know why I don't just say 5 left, but I'm always like 4 and this one. Yeah, well, that's still 5, isn't it? I know, Greg, we're trying hard to find something for Jay Allen in here. We're definitely trying. I mean, I'm sure you've got some of the patterns. I don't know if you've got any of the numbered patterns, but I'm sure you've got some pattern variation, but I know that's not what you're after either, of course. However, again, when you do get them, you know, always check out the prices on your pattern stuff, because sometimes you can group some of that together and come out with some decent money on it, even autographs aside. This is Cosmic Dennis Schroeder for the Thunder. Pulling a lot of Dennis Schroeder parallels, it seems like, this week out of various things. Maybe because we did that big mixer, and he, of course, I think was in a bunch of that stuff. And there is a Liftoff die cut for the Spurs, DeMar DeRozan. Groove. Vortex, Impact, Kyrie. Oh, baby. That is the case hit, and look who it is. Oh, can you say money, 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 money? Money, 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 money. That is your Galactic case hit is Luka. Oh, hello, Dallas Mavericks. Welcome to several $100s, courtesy of one Galactic case hit for Luka Doncic. That is what I'm talking about. That is Groove, Dylan Brooks, and another Groove. So, yeah. So look at that. Bruce is like, oh my God. Jason says, holy SH. I won't say the rest because it's a family show. But, yeah, right? Yeah, that's right. We did pull the case hit. Yeah, that, I mean, I had a little bit of a feeling about this case after we saw Kobe Bryant. I was like, I think we're going to do something big with this one. And in the back of my mind, I was hoping, man, if we could get that Luka as the case hit. But then I thought, oh, that's a lot to ask for. You know, we've already hit Luka twice out of contenders. Each case, we had a Luka autograph. I think we've hit Luka autos out of here. But I thought, yeah, maybe I'm shooting too high, thinking we're going to hit Luka as Galactic. Oh, no. Oh, no, I was not, because there it is. Whoop, there it is. Love it. Love it, love it. Thomas says, that's exactly what I was looking for. I would say so, my friend. I would say so. I mean, that is, gosh, guys, I would say that Luca is probably, I guess it depends on if it's raw or if it's graded. But I would say you're probably, you might get $1,200, $1,500 out of that thing. I mean, it's gonna go. And Thomas, if you would like that in a one-touch case, I will be happy to do that for you. I know not everybody likes them in a one-touch case when they have this type of surface. Personally, I have never seen a problem with it. You know, I mean, we put that $80,000 Shohei Ohtani in a one-touch that was out of Topps Chrome, and it got a perfect surface grade of 10. I mean, I've never known a one-touch case to cause a problem with a card surface, but I know there are people who are adamantly opposed to it. So if you want to in a one-touch, Thomas, I am thrilled to put it in there for you on the house. And if you would rather just go in a regular top loader, that's okay too, man. Just jump in there and let me know. Numbered to 75, Sunburst, Vucevic, Magic. But yeah, so you want to talk about some return on investment. Yeah, that's a return of about 5 times on your investment probably right there on that Luca. Maybe more, maybe more. It's just Fractal, Eric Bledsoe. And our case just keeps on giving. Yes, it does. How about Marvin Bagley heading out for the Kings in the case of Revolution that is giving us a post-Christmas holiday present for kind of a bunch of people because it's been a really good case so far. You're good with it in a one-touch? Awesome. I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to go get it right now. You know why? Because I don't like them just sitting around either when they're worth a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh no. I put the Luca in there last night that we hit in contenders, but I did, you know, same caveat that I did tonight, although that person wasn't watching the break last night at the time. And then he did later message me and say, no, I don't really want it to ship in the one touch. So, you know, take it out and put it in the top loader, which of course I did. And that'll be safe too, but not as safe as that. Oh, that is just so sweet. So sweet. And there's your little thingy that tells about it. I'll put it in the, what do you call it? You know, the package with it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and then of course our nice Marvin Bagley and our Kobe Bryant have kind of gotten lost in the Luca case hit, but this has just really been a nice case. Oh, has there not been one sold on there yet, Chelsea? Oh, dang. Thomas, you are going to make so much money on this. So much money. So much money. Yours is going to, if yours gets up there, if yours is listed first, oh my gosh, it's going to go nuts. That's going to go nuts. Love it. Oh, you hit the lava too before Christmas? Very nice. Very nice indeed. I mean, as a whole, we've been pulling Luca, I would say, with some regularity out of most of the products that we've opened. I mean, they haven't really held him back and put him in low numbers. He's been coming out pretty well. Especially, I mean, you know, we've only opened, that's Fractal, 2 cases of contenders so far, and in each case we have found a Luca autograph. So it's not like they're, you know, sometimes you get the really high flying rookies and they don't put them in very much, but they seem to be including him quite a bit. Kevin Love Cubic for the Cavaliers, numbered to 50. And you know, this is just an extra case that I decided to pick up after we broke our others and we were having pretty good luck with it. I just said, I'll order one more case. Jazz Impact Liftoff. Because my rep called and said, you know, we have some more Revolution. do you want some more? I was like, I've got a lot of basketball stuff right now, but sure. Fractal Ricky Rubio. So I'm glad we picked it up because it's been good. Redemption. We're going to leave it face down. You know the drill. We'll flip it over right at the end of the break and find out who that is. And then we'll go to the Panini website and find out what it's numbered to and all that jazz. Busta, you said somebody is asking $7,000 for the Luka case hit. That's crazy. You think it'll bring 2,000? Really? I would have said maybe raw, ungraded. I would have said maybe 1,200 or something like that. Would have been, you know, I would stretch at 15. I would have thought probably 1,200. But if there's none that have sold yet and all the others are priced at like 7,000. Oh my gosh. I mean, I would probably put that thing up on a 7-day, start it out in like 99 cents, no reserve, and just let that baby fly. Because there's no way you'd lose money on it. I mean, there's absolutely zero way you lose money on it. And if it's the only one up there that's less than $7,000, oh, you're going to get into some serious bidding war stuff. Oh, yeah, you can do nicely with that one. And there is a little Steph Curry fractal. There's Groove, Astro, Groove again, and Rookie Revolution Colin Sexton. We haven't seen him a lot lately. Sunburst to 75 for the Bulls. It's Jabari Parker. Jay Allen, you said, please let that redemption be yours. Maybe it will be. Could be. What if it's, you have the Pacers, right? So maybe we could get like Reggie Miller for you on the Pacers with that redemption. That would be a good one. Impact James Harden and the Rockets. That would be worth the price of admission. But can you imagine if you were, say, in your local card store, and these packs of Revolution would probably be, what, in a card store? How many packs are in a box? 8. So they would probably have them priced at like, what, maybe $8, $9 a pack or something. Can you imagine if you just went in and bought like one pack of Revolution and you pulled that Luka case hit? That'd be crazy. Busty, you think the redemption is going to be Steph Curry or Kevin Durant? Oh, Chelsea, you don't see any Galactics listed at all. The 7,500 you see is a one-of-one autograph. Okay, okay. Well, then yeah, if there's nothing else like it up there, oh yeah, I'd throw that bad boy up 99 cents, no reserve, 7 days, and let her rip. Sit back and collect the check. You sold a Luka auto for 300, Busta. Out of what? Out of Revolution or out of something else? If it's out of Revolution, I'm surprised it wasn't a little more than that since those are hard signed. Groove. Shockwave Kristaps. That is a cubic Kevin Durant. And the Golden State Warriors, numbered to 50, of course, being that it's cubic. I forgot to say Last Box Mojo, sorry. I'm so excited about that Luka. It's like, oh, we've already had some Mojo. I always say Last Box Mojo, and I somehow didn't on this one. I'm sorry. Zaire Smith, Rookie Revolution. That is a fractal Donovan Mitchell. And a Vortex James Harden. There's Groove Troy Brown. Rookie Revolution, Trae Young, Groove, Jason Tatum. Okay, kids, we have got quite a bit of stuff to do here. I accidentally stacked our numbered card with our autographs, but we're going to fix that. There's all of our stuff we're going to recap here in a moment, but before we get to that, we have this, a fun little redemption to figure out who it's for. Of course, we'll go to the Panini website and all that sort of thing and verify it momentarily. Oh, Embiid. Nice. 76ers with Joel Embiid. You know, his autographs bring a little dinero as well. So 76ers with the nice Embiid to kick off, or to wrap up, rather, what was a very, very, very nice case. Super jazzed about all the stuff we pulled out of here for you guys. Let's go verify this, though. Before we recap, we'll take another look at all of our fun stuff. But we got to first get Mr. Embiid squared away. So give me a hot second while we go through our drop-down menus here. I think the card set was just autographs, right? Yeah, autographs. Card number 18. So I'm assuming it's not going to be numbered. Joel Embiid right there. 76ers open edition. If it had been numbered, it would have told us right there in that little box. That is blank. So we know it is an open, unnumbered edition, but it doesn't matter. You're still going to make good money on that. If you've got the 76ers, you're still happy to have that, I'm quite sure. Okay, so we have our die cuts. Donovan Mitchell liftoff for the Jazz. Then, well, these are all liftoff. Die cut LeBron James for the Lakers. And then we have DeMar DeRozan for the Spurs. There's another Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz. There's the Greek Freak for the Bucks. That has the impact pattern on it. It's Blake Griffin. And there's Blake Griffin again. And oh, imagine that, Blake Griffin again. And then we have for the Bulls, Zach LaVine. For some reason, I have a Rookie Revolution Trae Young sitting in there with the impact pattern. I don't know why, but he was there, so we looked at him. Our numbered cards, Cubic, Kevin Durant, Golden State Warriors to 50. Kevin Love, Cubic to 50 for the Cavaliers. Vucevic and the Magic to 75 with Sunburst. Dennis Schroeder, Cosmic to 100. J.R. Smith and the Cavs, Cosmic to 100. That is Cubic, John Wall to 50. Wizards, Cubic to 50. Kemba Walker. Then we have a Cosmic to 100 for the Magic. There's Kevin Love again to 75. Sunburst for the Cavs. You have the Knicks to 100. Cosmic. Cubic for the Celtics to 50. Sunburst for the Mavericks to 75. There's the Jazz to 100. Cosmic. There's Cubic to 50 with Aaron Gordon. A Cubic Trae Young, Rookie Revolution to 50 for Atlanta. And then the Chicago Bulls to 75 Sunburst. So that is how that's looking. And then, such a handsome fellow. There is your Luka Doncic Galactic case hit for the Mavericks. Like, yeah. Happiness right there. Happiness in a hard plastic case. That's what that is. Okay, we have got next up the 76ers Embiid. Marvin Bagley came out for the Kings. Then the Hawks with Dominique Wilkins. Anthony Simons and the Trailblazers. Mr. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. Again, the Kobe, both upper corners definitely show some wear and things up there. Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Clippers with Jerome Robinson. And last but not least, Lauri Markkanen and the Chicago Bulls kicked us off tonight. So that was a whopping good case of Revolution by my estimation. I am like all kinds of thrilled with how we did with this one, guys. So you know what? I might even get us another one. I was going to be done with it because we have so much other stuff, but I don't know. This is always what happens to me. Then we'll have really good cases of stuff and I'll get all excited and go buy more. So I don't know. We may break some more. But in the meantime, let's put up our spreadsheet info again for anybody who might have missed it or is interested in it along the way here. Oh, Bradley. Okay, cool, man. Thank you for taking care of that. I did hold on to the team for you, so thank you for taking care of payment on it. I appreciate that, my friend. So this is what we're looking at for the rest of the week. That's up and running right now on eBay. All of them starting at our new earlier time of 9:30 Eastern. So tomorrow night, half case of mini helmets and a half case of Bowman Draft Jumbo, and that Bowman Draft will be the start of a new case. Saturday, just a 12-box case of Optic. Sunday, Premier Gear Baseball. That's a player break listed by player name, not by team. It is for game use memorabilia, and we don't know what it, excuse me again, I'm sorry, and we don't know what it'll be. Could be anything. Cleats, glove, bat, ball, hat, we don't know. Jersey, I have no idea. But anyway, that's what it's going to be. And a 10-box case of Leaf Best of Football. And please note on the Leaf Best of Football that there is a special bidding category, an extra bidding category in there for redemptions, because they have added redemptions this year that could be for like a box of cards, I think, or a rare pack of cards or memorabilia, different stuff like that. It wouldn't be any of our buyback cards. It's an extra little thing. So anyway, it has its own bidding category. On Monday, Hit Parade Triple Play Baseball. There are 3 autographed memorabilia items in that box. Another 8-box case of Playbook Football, which is the last of the playbook that I have. Another 12-box case of Contenders Basketball, which I think is the last of the Contenders that I have as well. 10-box case of Leaf Best of Football will go a second time on Tuesday night, and another 8-box case of Bowman's Best Baseball on Tuesday night as well. So that's what we're looking at there. Finally, your shipping information for tonight. Guys, I know this is projected out later than usual for saying Tuesday for our Bowman's Best and Revolution from tonight. And if I can get it done sooner than that, I certainly will. I'm just playing catch up here still from having been sick and the holidays and the whole shebang. But I'm going to try very, very hard to get it to you sooner than that. But Tuesday should be the latest. Of course, the jersey, being a free shipping break, always projected out 7 days after the fact, although often goes out the door to you sooner. And if you are due consolation cards from the jersey break, and you don't want to wait for your next package, which is typically when it would be sent to you, you just drop me a line on eBay, let me know that, and I will gladly get that on the way to you a little sooner, okay? And, oh, you want to see the Galactic again? Yeah, hang on a second. But, hey, man, but if you put it on Twitter, then how am I going to put it on my Twitter? Then you're going to upstage me on my Twitter, man. Not let you. Nah, yeah. Are you gonna give me some love if you put it up on Twitter? You gonna direct them back to my breaks? I don't know about that now. How about if you let me do it first, and then you do it later? Is that a deal? Can we do that? Maybe. Oh, Bradley, you didn't see the Kobe Bryant when we did the recap. It is right there. Right there is Mr. Kobe Bryant. Whoops, I had already changed the focus, guys. Sorry, I'd already taken, let me take autofocus back off again. I'd already put everything back because I thought we were done looking at the cards. Now you can see him better. So that's the Kobe that she was talking about. Oh, no, I don't have more followers. I just like to do it first. I hardly ever send out a tweet. I only send out tweets when it is, like I've maybe only sent out 2. When we pulled the big Ohtani last year, the monster Ohtani, I tweeted that. And then I was going to probably, well, I don't even have to tweet this. I can just let you do it if you want. I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway, it's I told myself I was going to do better with all of that, with Twitter and get the website up, and somebody was supposed to be building the website, and then then they didn't, and it's just been a whole thing. It's been a whole thing. But anyway, so you just pulled a LeBron cracked ice. Nice, Bradley. But yeah, I can show this to you again, Busta. Hang on. It's right there. That is our Luka Doncic case hit right there. Mr. Galactic Luka is the deal. Very, very nice. All right, kids. So that, I guess, is it for me tonight. I got a lot of sorting and stuff to do here so I can start getting us caught up and get these things out the door to you all so you can sell them and make some money. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining. I appreciate you being here, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.